quest guide. This one is one of
I've just
the
recalled a
missable
little tidbit I
quests
heard from the locals.
that if
You
you
refer to changes in the
don't
military
come back to
makeup,
some of the
I've
places
heard
that
the
you've been to
same.
before, probably
Indeed.
miss. So
Tell
you can
is, there's been a shift
do
in the
this
chain of
quest
command.
after you do the Heels of History, which is where you find a little boy hiding in here. This one is called Saint of the Slums. So after you do that quest and you wait about a day or two and you come back to the slums, you come over to this church, and then as soon as you enter the area close to the church, you'll see this one, I believe is her, arguing with somebody about a patient. And you watch that cutscene and they walk away and you come and talk to her.
Sir,
and that's where we are now.
ought you not be in... Ah, forgive me. You're not a patient, are you? 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Eleanor. I have the privilege of serving as abbess here. I regret that I cannot offer you a cup of tea, but I'm in the middle of making my rounds of the patients. Not to mention, I have to find the means to procure more medicinal ingredients. Oh. You wouldn't happen to know someone willing to brave the roads, would you? I know 'tis perilous, but there is one ingredient in particular we cannot afford to run out of.
She's gonna ask you to get some ingredients, and I believe it's gonna be miasma type. Something that you get from the ghosts and you fight them at night. I think I have some in storage. So you volunteer to bring the ingredients?
You would procure it yourself? I am grateful beyond words, sir. In that case, might I trouble you to bring me some miasmite?
Yeah, miasmite.
The slums are a bane to the body's humours, and its residents are oft prone to illness. We do what we can with what little we have, but we're always short on helping hands. Your aid is most appreciated, sir. May your sir...
Tell is, miasmite can be harvested from phantoms, monsters that wander the wilder night.
You heard what the pawn just said.
It all becomes clear.
They come out at night. Usually, it's hard. Can find them right outside of Vernworth. That's here, this area, and also over here. So, I think I have some miasmite in my storage. Go back to the house. I can remember how to get to it.
I don't know what to do.
Shortcut. So I hope I have something there. Should. Grade materials. Okay. Miasmite. So we need 3 of those. Miasmite, then you go back to her.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Yes, sir.
Give her smite.
Have you procured what I asked? Splendid. You've my gratitude. Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Forgive me. Ah, but in place of a reward, mayhap I could give you a tour of the premises. Only if you've the time and inclination, of course. What say you? Would you care to accompany me?
Gladly.
As servants of the gracious hand, we provide whatever treatment we can to those unfortunate who are stricken by maladies. Yet, at times, is not enough. Perhaps you will recall the parents who were here when you first arrived. An unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slums. By chance, he was examined by a roaming man claiming to be a doctor. Yet, so, he was put into our care.
Go in here
I'll
and take
gather
a
this.
tour
It
with
might be of
her.
use.
She's going to lead you to the back.
Here he is. This young man is Lubomir. We've been administering the medicine recommended by the doctor who examined him. To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that so-called doctor's judgment. After all, there is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there, willing to claim their medicine the only cure, that they might inflate its price. But I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. Come, come. We've medicine to prepare. We've enough to make a fresh batch now, thanks to...
Psst! You there. Help me. Listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker day by day. It started with a slight fever, and now I can scarce lift myself up. See that empty bed? An old man was lying in it till just a few days past. He told me he was feeling better, that he'd be well enough to leave anon. And now he's... Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. And yet... Gah... Something isn't right about this place. Pray, should you hear any queer rumors about the Gracious Hand, come tell me of them, won't you? I'd see to it myself.
And you're gonna walk out. It's gonna behind you to tell you something.
I've a thought to...
Might you be a friend of Lubomir's?
There has been talk of sending him down to the basement, should his condition fail to improve.
That is, the basement sick room, where our most critical patients convalesce under the abbess's care. None of the other sisters are permitted entry, including myself.
Teles, she gives the patients a special medicine. I know not what kind. At times I hear strange cries and moans drift up from below. Which is to be expected. Those who come here suffer all manner of afflictions, you see.
And yet, a part of me is afeared for them.
Alright, now you go back and you talk to the sick guy again.
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement. Mayhap that's the source of the queer voices I hear at night. And none save the abbess can enter? If the Gracious Hand has a secret, 'tis the abbess who keeps it, I reckon. You've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go further? I must find out what goes on down there. Oh, you've my thanks. I just can't stomach the thought of lying here not knowing. Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. But if you do find aught amiss down in that basement, it must be the abbess's doing. Should you find evidence fit to implicate her, will you help me see to it that justice is carried out? See, I've already reported my suspicions to the sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you apprehend the abbess, they'll know to come and arrest her. So I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need, if it exists to be found.
To get to the bottom of what
After
is happening at
talking
the
to
Gracious
him,
Hand,
you're gonna have
we
to
shall
go
have
down
to acquire
to the
evidence of any
basement.
misdeeds.
It's this way.
You have my support.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to go to the basement, but it's gonna have to be at nighttime. Bench, I think there's one at the tavern.
This place offers a view of the sea. I imagine we would not escape a plunge into the water's depths.
There's not one at the tavern, but I think you can still pass time at the tavern.
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff.
Yep.
Many thanks. Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Pleasure doing business with.
It's nighttime, so you should be able to make it to the basement now.
Suppose I'd best be heading home.
Church.
What teachings might salve the people's woes?
To here. Gonna come through this. Oh shit, she's here. I think you can probably just run past her. Past her.
The patients in this room must not be disturbed. Leave this place at...
Alright. Can't walk past her. Or maybe you can. Yep. Alright, cool. Just walk right past her. She wasn't there last time.
I know not why, but the words basement sick room set my hair on end. Shall we investigate?
Come in here.
Well said.
And there's only 2 things you actually need in here, but hell of it, just take everything. So one of the 2 things is going to be this unlabeled medicine. This one, product treatment.
Mayhap 'twould serve us well to track down the former patients mentioned in these records of treatment. Right you are.
Then you're going to go back up. You're going to have to go to the tavern. You can also check out these other rooms. I think there's like a couple other things. Tavern again. And there's gonna be 2 guys sitting down.
A few hours sleep. It's been a move for any loose coin about, enough to make me rich.
So just 2
Elena.
guys.
Ah, yes. The abbess of the Gracious Hand. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her care once myself. But I must admit, I've always felt there's something off about her. You see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. In the end, I survived, but methinks I was one of the lucky few. And once, I saw her. She handed him a large parcel, all wrapped up. And he gave her something small in return. You'd think 'twere medicine, but I'd not have bought medicine from a man like that. They were whispering, but I did hear one of them say aught about keeping quiet. 'Tis well suspicious, eh? Where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square in the eastern part of the common quarter, and always a night, as I recall.
Lady Eleanor's a goodly person, a saint-like. Her earnest care saw me back to full health. I wavered between life and death for quite some time in that basement sick room, and she watched o'er me through it all, bless her. Can't say as I miss that basement, mind. 'Tis an eerie place, dark and shadowy, filled with the moaning of the sick. Suppose 'tis only to be expected, given the state of those assembled. I'm sure I was moaning too.
Right, now you've talked to those 2. Now you have to go. Still got enough time. So now you're gonna have to go back to the common quarter to... We're talking to the dude.
We scarce afford to keep us fed these days. I can't stand much more of this.
Suppose that's enough for one day.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Hour for prayer is still not come.
washes all my troubles
I
clean
would
away.
save here just in case something goes awry, because there has been a time where I did this quest last playthrough and she ran the fuck off.
Here.
Aye, this is plenty. Lord Phasus is like to be in your debt. Nicely done. Suppose it can't have been easy to procure this much so quickly.
You suppose wrong. I command their full faith. 'Tis simple for me to extract what I require.
Ha! You're a fearsome one. Here's hoping I ne'er end up in your care.
Enough. I gave you yours, now you give me mine. I'd not be seen here with you.
Ah, of course. Wouldn't want to hurt the Lady Saint's image in the eyes of the common folk, would we?
Glad we understand each other. Till next time.
Aye, be seeing you.
Lord Phasus. 'Tis a name of great import. Of that I'm
Alright, now
certain.
you go back to
I'm not sure what we're dealing with
church and
here.
talk to the sick dude.
What should I do? I am proud of my devotion as well I should be.
My prayers will surely be rewarded in the hereafter.
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? What? You found a medicine used only in the basement sick room? I don't like the sound of that. Do you think... Could I trouble you to look into this as well? Mayhap you could show it to the doctor I saw before coming here. Radcliffe, his name was. He's staying in the rest town. Pray, sir, do what you can. I must know.
Methinks we would do well to bring this medicine.
You're back. Pray, tell me, these look like records of treatment. Johann and Bruno. I know
So
these
guys you
two.
talked to at the tavern
They
already.
left here not long ago, fit as a pair of fiddles. I recall them being especially meek to the abbess. Mayhap that's what got them out safely. At any rate, they may know aught of use. Loath as I am to ask more of you, perhaps you would speak to them in my stead?
I know so little of this world.
Now you have to go to the checkpoint across town to talk to doctor. Checkpoint across town. Probably gonna want to park at doctor's house when you get there to let them do it now. Because there's technically kind of a secret ending for that mission that I don't think a lot of people know about. To show you. Now, if you don't have a port stone there, you can fast travel with the ox cart. It's this one. It's not that one, it's this one. Yeah. Yeah, the west one. But I have a port stone there, so I'm going to have a... Yeah, I got a port stone there, so I'm going to fast travel.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
Days like this make me glad to be alive.
Here, through this way instead of going all the way down around that. goes up to the gate. Just head towards the apothecary.
If I could, I'd never leave.
Aye? In need of a doctor, are you?
Give him this.
What's this you're giving me? Oh, I see. You want me to run some sort of test on this? Determine what manner of substance 'tis? Interesting. Well, you've certainly piqued my curiosity. Whatever your reasons, I'll take... Naturally, I'll need a bit of time with it. Come back again in... oh, I don't know. Later.
Gonna go find a bench and pass some time quickly. Right to the apothecary.
Need anything?
See, I would say pass a day. It's like 4 missions of dozing off.
If I could, I'd never leave.
Talk to him again.
There you are. You've come at a good time. I've just finished running those tests. I must ask, where did you acquire that concoction? 'Tis a fell thing you got there. To be plain, 'tis more poison than physic. It has the potential to heal one's ailment, certainly, but only if they could survive long enough, which isn't likely. Worse still, it has addictive properties that are likely to cause the patient to become dependent on its deadly effects. I say patient, but I should hope whoever made this did not intend it as a method of treatment. You'd have to be well and truly mad to attempt such a thing.
Alright, now you go to Vermont, go to the slums. Not Vermont, Fernworth. Your way back to the slum.
Lots to do. Have precious little time.
What did I do to deserve this?
Some call it culture. Down.
Can't stomach places.
My
Church.
head hurts just thinking about it.
There's gonna be some more dialogue saying that he got moved to the basement.
This place cheers me right.
I find such
Is there aught I can help you with, sir? Oh, if you're looking for Lubomir, his condition deteriorated to the point that he had to be moved to the basement sick room. He's not allowed visitors, I'm afraid, not even family. Even we're not allowed to go see him. No need to worry, though. The Abbess is tending to him personally. She'll nurse him back to full health, I'm sure of it.
Now you go down. Smith. Yeah, still nighttime. See her? Then you tackle her.
What are you doing? Unhand me this instant.
Many thanks for your assistance in this matter. Elena is being questioned as we speak.
Suffice to say, your testimony, combined with the evidence you've procured, have cast a great deal of suspicion upon the Abbess that she isn't like to shake. Pray have this, sir. 'Tis your reward for aiding us in our duty to this city.
Alright, now for the secret ending part. Heck, still it up. Oh, that's another quest. Doing that one yet. To slums. Actually, can make it through this castle. I can get to the slums probably a little closer. Not the castle, but the jail area.
When does my watch?
But I think I'll just take the long way for now because I don't want to trigger the other quest.
When does my watch end? I've cleaned the dock.
That guy right there, he's gonna try to give you a quest for it.
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures, have you? Oh, oh. To think my eminence as a collector. If only my collection were complete.
I'll
Alas,
explain all
the
of this
sculpt
when
and
I start the
would wound
quest.
If your
He's just pretty
curiosity
much
shall
gonna
not
tell
be
you to
then,
go.
the man's home is located in Bakbatal. You need only...
We may
It's gonna
benefit
tell you
from
to find a
pursuing the
sculptor in
information.
Bakbatal. His little sculptor thingy that he's got. Explain that one in another video.
Pawns may not enter the castle grounds, Mark.
This quest keep.
Master, we shall have to part ways at the gates.
Hustle and bustle puts me right at home.
Look, as long as you boots lace.
What I need. That's quite enough rumour hunting for one day.
But not at the expense of my duty.
You're gonna go back to the slums and talk to one of the nuns there. They're gonna tell you they're short-handed.
Finally, some
My
peace
head
and
hurts just
quiet.
thinking about it. I can make no sense of this. Oh, heavens above! What are we to do? 'Twas you, wasn't it? You took the abyss from us. How the acts she committed were unforgivable, this I cannot deny. But what do you expect will befall the rest of us in her absence? Without the abyss, we cannot possibly attend to all our patients. Without her guidance, I... Forgive me. 'Twas an improper thing to say in light of the lives taken so unjustly. I will do what I can, but I fear I cannot attend to everyone here.
I must confess.
Alright.
I'll take that. We
Now
might
that you
find a
talk
use
to
for it.
them, pretty much that's like a clue saying, hey, we need more medical people here or somebody. I already know who that is, the doctor we went to see there for that mission. So we go back to Checkpoint Rest Town. Go talk to this doctor. Now, this is if you are like in your first run through and you're still kind of at the beginning of the game, is going to be quite a pretty penny, maybe. But I mean, it's still kind of cool to do, depending on gaming style.
What? You had the abbess arrested? Why, she's the lady saint, isn't she? Ah, of course. That's why you had me look at that mixture. Well, I'll have naught more to do with this, thank you. In fact, I rather wish you hadn't involved me to begin with. But I suppose I could be persuaded to change my mind. Don't look at me like that. If you want my services, 'twill cost you. That's how the world works. I'll require a significant donation if I'm to alleviate the effects of that so-called medicine.
Yeah, 3,000 is not too bad, but it's still a big chunk of change in the beginning of the game.
See? That wasn't so difficult, was it? You'll find that I'm happy to aid those in need, so long as I get my dues. No need to fret. I'm a hard worker when the...
A day passed.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
I think I've earned a rest.
Let's go.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Back to the slums we go.
Best check my stock before a customer comes along. Need anything? Stop by again soon.
Our packs
I know
are
some
heavier,
people
and
say
our prices far lighter.
buying fairy stones are stupid, but
These were
this is my
necessary
third
expenses,
playthrough,
mind. No use clinging to every last
and
coin.
I don't really have else to really spin it on. As you can see, I've got a lot of gold to spare, so not that big of a deal. And you can always lower it by like 1,000 gold by giving them some trinkets. What I usually do is the magic, these things right here, these magic medals. I usually give them about 3 of those. So like you give them one, pass a day, give them another one, pass another day, give them another one, pass another day, and then that usually gives
This might contain useful information. It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
affection thing towards you where their cheek turns red. They give you like 10% discount.
We might scratch another task off
Pretty
our
cool.
list while we're here.
It's not
If
bad.
you're so inclined.
Save 1,000 gold.
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing.
That
we
works
cannot
with
do
pretty much
everything
any
at once.
vendor. You get their affinity up with you. Yeah, they give you up to a 10% discount, except certain ones. Like, there's one vendor somewhere in the market that if you save his daughter, it's up giving you, I think, 15% discount.
You can't know how grateful I am to you.
Oh yeah, so after you get the doctor and comes back, dude that was like super sick and got sent to the basement becomes better, and then he gives you...
I could feel death's hand at my throat, and that horrid abbess urging it to choke the life out of me. But owing to your aid, here I am, feeling myself again. Truly, sir, I cannot thank you enough.
Good tidings, sir. A doctor has come, Sir Radcliffe. He's been tending to our patients, and I am thrilled to say that their condition is much improved. He's even instructed us on how to care for them properly. I am eternally grateful for his aid. We were in desperate need of guidance, you know. But when I told him as much, he said to save my thanks for you. I know not what transpired, but thank you, nevertheless. Though we have no doubt lost favor in the people's eyes, I shall strive to earn it back.
I hoped you might make use of this.
That's it. If you found this video helpful, like, subscribe, or comment. Catch you on the next one. See ya.
I must be grateful.